What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back at it again with another Transformer figure review. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolutions Deluxe Class Devvon. Yep, y'all thought it was going to be Beachcomber? I lied once more. Anyways, this surprised me being at my local Ross when I went to go do some last-minute Christmas shopping for some family and friends. And I just was roaming around, and I just couldn't resist. I mean, $3.99 for this thing, I couldn't resist. Now, I'm going to tell you what most likely happened versus what may have actually happened. So, this price tag here being $3.99, I was unaware that it was $3.99 until I went up to this front stand, and they were like, "Okay, all right, $480 something." I'm like, "What?" Then I looked at the sticker and it said $3.99, and I didn't say anything because if you don't look a gift horse in the mouth too many times, and this basically was, they were like, my guess is an employee blundered and the tag that was supposed to be on the Transformer ended up going on something else. But I can't complain because, technically these are new figures for 2025 on a technical note, but on another note, they're not. So, that being said, let's remove said figure and bring in the packaging. And the packaging is quite nice, minus the Ross tag, slapped right over his face. But there you have partial of the artwork there for Devvon. And on the back here on the front here you have Devvon, Transformers, Legacy Evolutions. On this side you have the nice artwork from the Planet of Junk. The Dinobots coming in from Studio Series 86 on the other end there. You got Crosscut. There's lots of things that were going on here. So, and then on the back here we also have Devvon in his robot mode, in his vehicle mode. And he has the Evofusion. Definitely still has that. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for said packaging, and moving right along, let's bring in the figure at hand. And what a figure this is. I really thought this was going to be a bad figure. Because, take note, I don't know if you noticed this, but the whole thing is just blur. The 86 blur mold. So, if you have that, it's not going to be, the transformation is not going to be much of a surprise. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get him into some scale comparisons first. So, anyways, here he is with Legacy Evolutions Shrapnel? Or no. Yeah, Shrapnel. Here he is with Legacy Evolutions Animated Prowl. And here he is next to Bombshell. And finally, here he is next to Beachcomber, his wave mate. Now, before you guys tell me, why haven't you reviewed him yet? Shh. The reason I haven't reviewed him yet is because when I was uploading his review the other day, the file got corrupted and all the footage disappeared. So I basically could not do it without having to redo it, and I figured if I'm going to redo it, this will be the last Legacy Evolutions figure I review. So, yeah. And I'm fairly certain it's probably going to be the last Legacy figure I review, period. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get this guy into his robot mode, and to do so, it's not very difficult. First thing you're going to do is you're going to remove the gun, and you're going to remove the thrusters, and we'll combine these right now just so we've got all of this in one orientation so we can get the whole Evofusion deal going on here. So there's the gun there with the Evofusion cannons attached, and we're going to set it off to the side. And now we can work on the rest of the figure. And to do so, you're just going to pretty much just take, I don't know how you really want to do this, but there's not really much other way to do it other than just getting into it. So in order to do this, you're going to come to this panel here, you're going to flip it up, and then you're going to take this whole section and just flip it all the way up, and it exposes the head. Hi there. How you doing? Anyways, take this, flip these out, And then we'll open up this to rotate the hands. Flip that back in. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to float this on right around there. And there you have the arms all done. And now, before we finish working on the backpack, we have to work on the legs. So in order to do that, you're going to need to split it. I flip that back up. Take these pieces, these foot panels here, and you're just going to untab them. And then you're going to open them up like so. And then you're going to fold these all the way down till the knee joints click into, well, don't click into place, but they form the knee fully. So you want it all looking somewhat like this after you get him out of vehicle mode. So then you're going to close up those leg panels, fold down the foot, do the same thing on the other side. Take this, fold that down, flip that down, straighten everything out. And then you're going to take this and you're just going to accordion it. And there are 2 tabs right here that are going to go to these 2 slots here. So, and this is going to fill in this whole slot here. So let's just take that, close it up, and then this panel here just folds all the way back like so, and then give him his gun. On the packaging it shows him holding it like this, like Megatron would, with an arm cannon. And there you have Devvon in his robot mode. And I gotta say, definitely a weird last minute figure for Hasbro to throw out there for everybody. I'm not, okay, it's not that I hate this figure, it's not that I dislike him, I just don't know anything about him, A, and B, why would you give us Devvon? I don't know. I don't know the reasoning for why they chose to do Devvon now instead of waiting to do him in the Studio Series 86 cartoon series that's coming possibly next year or the year after. So I don't understand it. I don't get why. I just don't get why. It doesn't make sense to me. So, anyways, we'll stand him over here so we can get him into his scale comparisons. And let's start off with Shrapnel. Next, we come in with Animated Prowl. Here he is next to Bombshell. And finally, here he is next to his Wavemate, Beachcomber. And to be honest, I gotta tell you, this is a weird assortment of stuff like going on with this guy. So let's move Beachcomber out of the way here. Sorry, I've got plenty of Transformers on the side here that I'm trying to make sure do not fall. So, anyways. Yeah, Devvon, I don't know much about the dude. I literally got a small synopsis from my buddy Riveted Railfan / Riveted Reviews. And in his synopsis, he told me that he was a pirate / gambler / whatever. And the only reason he really stuck around with the Autobots was because they had like the best teammates to work with, and they also lost the most money. I don't know if that's true. Someone please correct me down below. I have yet to watch the Basics episode with Chris McFeely. I have yet to do so. I genuinely don't know much about this guy, so I can't really tell you whether or not it's, cartoon accurate or anything of that nature. So, however, what you're supposed to do with the thruster pieces is you're supposed to take them and you're supposed to push them and peg them back on to his backpack here, so that way he has a jetpack or something of the nature like it, so that way it all works out for that. And then this is supposed to be a handheld weapon as it was intended. So, but like I said, I know nothing about this character. He's probably going to go in the bin of what is it? He's probably going to go into the bin of misfit characters. So I'm not gonna cry over the fact that I got him for $3.99. Excuse me, not $3.49, $3.99. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to rank this figure fairly similar to what I ranked the Titan's Return Blur, which is the same mold as the 86 Blur, which this is basically just the same as. So I have to rank this thing roughly the same as that. And that mold, like this one, actually isn't too bad, and I do quite enjoy it. It's not a bad mold in the slightest. I like the fact that they remolded things. I like the fact that they gave him, basically a new deal to work with here. I do appreciate that, so I can't complain. In that sense, I'm going to rank this thing... Gosh, what am I going to rank this thing? I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And take note, anything more than a 6 I would recommend correction. Anything over a 6 out of 10 is a must recommend. That's the phrase that we've been using for this. So 6 out of 10 would recommend, or 7 out of 10 would recommend. Anything over 6 out of 10 is a must recommend. So, but anyways, this is what Devvon is here in all of that fun stuff, and like I said, I don't know much about the dude, so I can't really say too much on everything of the nature. And the last time I watched the episode that he was in, I was like 5, maybe 6, so I don't remember off the top of my head everything he did. So, anyways, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick with the Y, or not Patrick with the Y, blah. Let's restart that outro. I apologize, guys. My tongue got way too twisted over this. So, please do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick's Voice Rail, Riveted Rail Fan, Riveted Reviews, iStar552, Bravely GG, Take Along Productions, Kitten Cat 999, Lemon Lime Studios, Alexander Rothschild, Zaga the Animator, Sentinel Edits, and you know what? Lil Erm will throw your name out there as well. So please do not forget to go check all of them out as well, because they are some friends, fans, and family of the show. So please do not forget to do that. Anyways, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys.